So hi, good morning all. Hope I am audible. Hello, can you acknowledge that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Here it is Sachana from ITM Madras as a course instructor team. So welcome to the revision session of the quiz one. So what the context or agenda of today is? First, we want to walk through that a simple overview of that week one to week four. Like there is a simple walkthrough. What concepts you must you must be well whenever you want to write the quiz one. Then followed by that mock quiz one is there. We want to walk through the each question and how to solve it. Maybe while we are solving, we can recollect that some concepts which are missed. Maybe during a simple overview, if anything is missed, we can cover in the mock quiz one. Is it okay, everybody? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. See, look at there are 4 weeks of quiz one examination. Some of them are numerical type. Very few of them are numerical because ABDEV one course or MAD one course is mostly MSQs and MCQs are there. Very few of them are numerical. Uh, so first, let's start with the basics of the web, which is the week one concepts. So I'm trying to write any kind of comments where it is required. So basically, remember, it's a modern application development, or it might be that application development one. This course is basically regards that only the backend. So initially, it is started with backend. Maybe some part of partial walkthrough of front end. Front end is some things about that JS code, HTML, CSS. These things have been there because to render the content we required that front end also, but mostly all of the application content is rendered from the back end only. There is no front end server, only the back end server is there. That's could be Python Flask server. So let's go with this. Could be that apps in general, like applications in general is there are mobile applications are there, standalone applications are there, web applications is there, but this entire course is about that web applications only. So the web applications in the sense there is a front end and back end. You can say that client and server technology. So client and server technology means client is always browser. You have a client which is always browser. We try to integrate. There might be a browser is there. Browser always it will send the request to the server. Of course, server will process it. After processing, it will return the response. That is generally it looks like. So the components of the app, if you can say that major components, the week one is we are working with only the backend and front end, how the client and server they are communicated. There might be a procedure called request procedure is there, and server is returning a response. Maybe the response is in different varieties. Sometimes it will return a PDF file, sometimes it will return a web page, sometimes it will return a JSON data, something like that. So web architecture, exclusively the client server only we are working with. Here, the application or modern application development, MVC architecture. There is a model, view, and controller. So if you go in some kind of a reverse order, controller part is exclusively the backend part. View part is exclusively the front end. There is a persistent of data should be required. Whenever you store a data or send a request, the processed data somewhere it has to retain, somewhere it has to preserve it. For that, there is a persistent database we use it. Mostly in the AppDev one, maybe after the 5 or 6 week, you will work with SQLite tree. That is what really the model part. View part anyway, HTML and CSS. Controller part is just introduced in the week 4, maybe Flask only, the Flask, how it is installed, how the routes are defined initially, but not great rendering, only initial kind of rendering how it is. So this is what exactly that week 1 content. In this, the major things you should remember is the protocols, of course. So we use that HTTP protocols and TCP/IP. This is more theoretical one, where you try to go through the content. And HTTP and HTTP webs is nothing but secured kind of HTTPs are there. Simple HTTP is there. Maybe sometimes FTP. These are all protocols. Protocols are a standard kind of rules are defined how the client and server is communicated. So as I said, request and response is one kind of interaction between the client and server. The client will send always request, server will return a response to that. That's called request and response. Of course, all these things are happen through the internet world or network, through a network communication is that. That's communicated. And here, there is a curl command we use it. You can see that the curl command where it is a command line interaction where you are interacting with the server. Even you can interact with your Google, whatever, So even you can open your terminal, you can communicate with any web server. Like I'm opening one terminal, hope my terminal is visible. So it's a text-based communication where you can command you can do that. That's the thing. It's not open. Yeah, got it. So you can interact with that curl command of even google.com, so that you get some kind of response, a text kind of response you get it. So even GUI applications also you can interact with through a curl command. Of course, curl command is having that what kind of request you are sending, any kind of request body you are sending. So what kind of response you are getting, like the response you are getting generally in JSON format. Similar way you can send it. The request is a JSON data, or you can say that request body you can send it. All these are you can. And then performance parameter. See, the performance of the application is dependent on various things. There are your server speed also, it is one of them. But server speed we don't consider. Mostly we are considering that the latency of the application. Whenever latency is low, your application is fast. Latency is high means that your application is slow. And bandwidth of the network also it decides how many number of bits or bytes are transmitted. The volume of the data can be transmitted within a time period. That can be called bandwidth. So these things are exclusively important. So whenever that week 1 we want to refer it, so these things maybe you can refer that Nitin, Professor Nitin lectures, and some of the hands-on. I think Professor Tej has given that good kind of screen casting sessions. So it would help you. Yeah, somebody wants to ask something.
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, there is a confusion regarding MVC. So, image from lecture slides says that controller is not involved between model and view. Model
Mm,
controls are view,
mm,
but in question
mm,
from that week only,
mm,
it says that controller is involved between model and view. So, what is the correct answer? Is
mm.
it involved or not?
So controller is definitely involved. See, look at, I'm going with another kind of rougher sheet. Maybe open somewhere rougher, so it could help you. Maybe new page where I'm inserting. Wait, just to do my rough work, I want to use it. Yeah. See, without controller, definitely the view cannot directly interact with the model. See, just let me tell you. So this is maybe a simple kind of MVC architecture. I'm going with a client machine or client web app. This is a client web app or browser. It is interacting with the server. Maybe server is a large machine, a server, a web server we can consider. Of course, server after processing, it will send a response to that. This is called request and this is called response. See, look at, so this server, definitely it has to interact with some database. This database is called as a model part.
Model.
This is a model. So here, this is view part, this is controller part, this is a model part. See, the view does not have direct interaction with model, that's sure. We don't have a chance of that. Database attributes what it is used for your Gmail server, right? Clear? We don't know what database table is used for your email inbox, right? So that's the reason definitely without controller, the view cannot interact. This is not possible. This is not possible. Clear?
Okay, but that image have that like
Wait.
week
Yes,
5
yes,
lecture slides.
understood. Maybe something, that is view is always belongs to that, how the interface look and feel is good to the user, right? We don't know what backend cloud operations, what backend security is happening, but controller part knows that. Clear? Yeah, maybe some might be correct. So yeah, Prakash, you want to ask something? Okay, Prakash who? Okay, maybe might be wrong one. Yeah. Okay. So this is what really the week number 1. So now the practical implementation is available. That's the implementation of how really you are implementing. First, they are concentrating on basic view part. The basic view part is HTML and CSS. So the information when you are representing on the web, most easiest one and flexible way is HTML only, because HTML has that a predefined elements. So we can say that tags. So that tags we use it. Using it, we can decorate your data or we can highlight your data. But
Sir, am I audible, sir?
yeah, you're audible.
So, what is that curl command in the first slide that you were showing?
Curl command is a command line URL interface.
So how do we use that?
No, that practical thing you will know that in the maybe in the walkthrough of our mock quiz questions. I'll tell you. Okay.
No, what is the purpose of curl command?
Correct. So this is, see, look at here. This is not GUI application, right? My terminal is your C prompt or D prompt is a terminal, right? It's a terminal. Terminal means only text-based data it can display, right?
Okay, command prompt. Okay.
Correct, command prompt. So from the command prompt, I want to interact with any web server, whether it is working or not. For example, I'm trying curl test.com. So definitely, so this particular one is 304. So moved permanently means maybe it is not available or it is deleted. For example, if I'm trying curl, so google.com, it's a working one, right?
Right.
Is it right? So when it is working one, it will tell you that what header it is, contents of text and HTML is available. So this can be called through that, this particular URL, like complete URL, it shows a lot of things, like you can send a request from the text prompt also, right?
Okay, sir.
So somebody feel that all the web applications will be called through web browsers only, but sometimes we call that through the command prompt also. But we have a question. I think we'll walk through the mock quiz question, then I'll show you the practically also, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So here, the HTML is having standard elements. We want to enhance it. So using CSS. Of course, some CSS questions also there in the mock. We'll see that. So the information representation, the view part itself is telling how beautify your information, how flexible you are representing, how user friendly you are representing. Based on it only, the number of users will visit the website. That is what important. And efficiency of it, how fast you are rendering your content. If you select any particular hyperlink or URL, immediately it has to open the content. So that content, how fast it is showing, that's what called efficiency. And then markup and its types. You already know that HTML is started with HTML element. It contains a body, it contains title, contains bold and italic. These are there. But here markup elements, there are, enclosing kind of elements are there. Enclosing, like, B is started and your content which you want to make it bold and ended. This is called enclosed kind of tag, enclosed element. Some elements are there, they are just simple, like, break. So you want to create a break line, vertical line, you want to show a new line, you want to create that vertically, a new skip line, you want to do that. So there you can use that break. Similarly, there is called, input type is there. So any kind of input element you want to create. So there it is not enclosing, only opening is there. What particular things you want to give it, you can give it. So here, the important thing is DOM, document object model. The full form of this one is, so document object model. So here again, the theoretical one will come, but JS part, when it is introduced, you will understand better of that. So what this document object model is, it's a simple hierarchical structure. Whatever web page you are looking, for example, you are looking a web page. In this web page, there are various elements are included, like text boxes are available, radio buttons are available. There might be OK and cancel button is there. All these are called as elements. So there is a cancel button. How can you identify? This is called document. So if this document is available with various elements, how can you identify is there is a hierarchical representation is there. Document is there. Inside HTML is a sub element. In this HTML, you might have a body element. This body contains that various elements called bold element is there, maybe div element is there, maybe input element is there. So each one is having a unique identification. We use an ID and we use a name for each element, so that you can easily identify, so which element you want to push the data, from which element you want to read the data. So that can be done. So using this document object model, it is automatically provided by the, so your browser. As and when a web page is loaded, a hierarchical structure is created. This structure is called hierarchical tree is created. Who is top and who is a bottom level, who is a subordinate. That's the reason HTML is begin with it, ends with HTML. Body is begin with it. Who is inside all the things in the body, they belongs to the child of the body. So that is called hierarchical tree is created. So of course, the practically when you want to work, that is will be done through the JS script. That's a different one. But theoretically only you will know in the week number 2 what is a DOM is. And now styling and aesthetics. So as I said that CSS will do that enhance of things. Already bold I'm looking, but still I want to enhance with some kind of shadow, all these are. How can I do that is using the styling and aesthetics. We're using the cascading style sheets we are using. So the cascading style sheets are, again, you are having a different ways of defining cascading style sheets, like inside of it, inline of it, external CSS. That we'll see that whenever you are solving the problems, like the mock questions. Next one is that the responsive design. So the responsive design links to that various kind of sub pages, like sub page 1 you are designing, sub page 2 you are designing, and as and when you click on that any kind of link, it has to open the quick response, like the server, it has to render immediately with well understand format, like the tabular format of data you're displaying. So you might display some kind of useful colors, like any kind of operation which you are showing is a green color, so that you can proceed with that. If any kind of warning you are displaying with a red color, so there might be one kind of dangerous operation you are doing. So these kind of well design of the form, it makes sense, like vertical menu you are using, horizontal menu you are using. So like even you can check your Seek dashboard also. You can say that left side you have all the weeks of that defining. Whatever the week you clicked on it, that week is loaded immediately to the center of the page. That's what example C for. So this is a basic thing of completely view only. This particular week 2 is view only. So in this basic number system, generally we never ask you the number system in any quiz question, because this particular course is belongs to the ABDA only. But you know, 2-digit kind of number system, octal, which is that, you know, 8 base value, decimal 10 base value, which is hexadecimal, which is 16 base value. Similar way here, this could be that important thing. You can check your any kind of Google. Always we are using ASCII standard of text, American Standard Code for information and interchange. In this, they try to use 8-bit value. Don't consider 7-bit value. 7-bit also before 8-bit, but ASCII is the standard. And after the ASCII, there are Unicode is there. Unicode is somewhat like 16-bit. 16-bit of characters you can refer. Similar way, UTF-4 is there, somewhat bigger than it. So I think it's a 32. Just go through that, any kind of it. As and when a large size of bit values you are taking, so you can refer as many as number of unique characters. That's what advantage of it. There are frequent questions. I think even in the mock also 1 question or 2 questions are there. There you will understand how to recognize a particular character in terms of bits and how much data storage it requires to store that particular text. So that you know that.
Sir, your voice is too low.
Hello.
Yes, sir, your voice is too low, I think, for
Is,
me
is it
or for
is it
everyone.
is it low?
No, sir, it's fine.
It's fine for you.
Okay, maybe check your volume or somewhat. Yeah. So now the HTML tags, as I said, some tags are there which are enclosed ones. Some of them are independent. Of course, you need not familiar with great tags of HTML. Mostly, at most, we are using paragraph kind of p tag. We are using div tag. We are using span. Not more than that. So in this case of quiz 1 examination, we never use even that, you know, validations of HTML, like JS script you are writing. Through JS script, you want to validate your content, whether it is length of the password is 16 characters or 12 characters. So that things also you not do. Only basic HTML tags only will ask you. But whenever you go to the Mat2 course, there you have the front-end validations are there, validation and verification. There you need to spend more time on the front end. But in this particular course, only basic tags of HTML only. And as I said, the CSS can be defined internal inline one, internal one, external one. So internal one in the sense inside of your HTML tag itself, like, you know, in the div, we want to write a style attribute. There you want to write that CSS style. That is called inline. We write that. So inside that particular element itself, we want to define a style. And there is another ways writing your, you know, what you can call, you know, style tag. And then inside lot of styles we are writing, and then the style is ended. This is called internal styling. So this is called inline. Inline is blue color, and then internal is there, that is called same file, but a block is defined. So we are writing a block. And external styling is there. External styling is we are writing some other JSS file. Let's assume that there is a CSS file we write as a separate file. We want to link that file into current HTML, because maybe you feel that the CSS defining is a big collection of code. I don't want to put it inside of the same HTML file. You can separate your CSS styling as a separate file, and you try to import here, so that it's very easy. So that's what basically, you know, 3 kinds of CSS defining. And the developer tools, always any browser, it will provide you the developer tools. Even you go for any web browser, there you can find that inspect kind of option. Maybe if you go for that, so google.com, google.co.in. So inside, I want to check my particular things where I can use a right click on it, there is inspect option is there. In this, all developer tools are there. So there that elements are there, console is there, sources, what network communication is happening. See, look at here. The JS document, CSS document, how much time it was taken, the performance parameters, how much, longest content, and memory, how much memory is used. All these are called as a developer tools. So why should we use the developer tools? Is there is a session by the page, I think so. So he will show you that how quickly you can access that, the backend process, what is happening, because we are a developer of app, we are not user. So you must know what is background happening. So I want to monitor that background things so that I can use it my developer tools. That's what the developer tools is. So that is simply inspecting the things, backend things, and front end interaction with backend, and what error codes, all these you can check it using developer tools. So this is about the week 2. So now still we are
Sir, sir, when we inspect that, the whole page inspect data comes, or wherever we click, only that part of inspect
correct.
code
So
is
the
there.
whole page it is loading is called as original, kind of from the scratch you are loading, right? You are loading the whole page in the sense what happens, that entire page is loaded, right?
No. When we right click the mouse and check the inspect on
Whole
any
page,
browser page, right?
whole page developer
Okay,
tool.
it's a whole
It's a
page.
whole
Okay.
page developer tool. It's not component wise, whole page. So inside, for example,
Okay.
I want to check it this one. So I can see that only that, maybe I feel lucky, correct. So then that only the content of this one, right? Okay. Yeah. So wherever,
Okay,
see,
sir.
I go
And
for header,
suppose
I go for header. So that particular thing, that particular elements you can just, so entire whole page it
no, sir.
loads. Hmm.
My question is like, if we see like in the inspect, we see the whole page code, and if we are seeing any anomaly on the page itself,
Hmm.
and we want to identify that specific code,
Correct,
then
correct.
is it,
See, yeah,
should we click there, or how
yeah,
do we do
right
that?
click on this,
How
then you
to?
can go for inspect of this. By default whole page. See, I'm
Okay,
going for this one, right? Advertising
okay,
part.
got it.
Okay,
So it
but
will
by
highlight that page.
correct.
Okay,
So that particular front end part only, it never shows you the back end, right?
right.
Okay, because back end is always controller part, front end and back end interaction it shows, but back end logic it does, because back end one is a business logic, right? Okay.
Oh,
So still we are in the view part only, week 3 also, but here they are using some more things. So some more things means, so there is a dynamic, yeah, somebody wants to ask something. Hello.
Nothing, sir. Someone asked
Okay.
about
Okay.
PBMS.
Okay. See, still we are in the presentation or view part only, presentation layer, or somebody says the view is same. In this, the dynamic kind of things. See, dynamic means don't think it is a too dynamic until you are familiar with JS and Vue part. Vue.js framework, we don't do the dynamic web pages. But here the dynamic content where the server can do some kind of dynamic kind of rendering. For that, what we do is, there is, what exactly, along with the content you are displaying, all these are, we try to send some kind of dynamic data. So what you can say that dynamic data. So let me tell you that what is dynamic data. So in terms of practical thing, we can say that template rendering, the template rendering, what you are rendering, and all the things of the templates we are putting in the default folder of templates folder. As and when you want to render it through Flask, we are trying to use render template. But when you are rendering the render template, we supposed to use some kind of existing frameworks. Of course, the Jinja template is there. Along with it, there are some templates are there. I'll tell you. So user interface versus user interaction. So user interface in the sense what is displayed on the web page. So user interaction in the sense how his input is passed. Maybe Your input is passed through text boxes, radio buttons, list boxes, all these are. That's what the difference between. So interface is a whole one, which is how the colors are displayed. Interaction is whether your website is having input taking of facility in different kind of varieties. That's what the thing. And then the types of views are there. Like a simple static view means only the colors and all things are displayed. Sometimes what happens, there is a dynamic data. As I said, suddenly I want a tabular format of my available seat number of my IRCTC. So maybe a ticket booking of a book my show, something like that. So there it is, you're trying to arrange your data. So in combination of rows and columns. So, but this data is populated from the server. But how it is populated is through the dynamic data it is sending. So how it is sending is that, you can say the Jinja template, somebody use it, templates using PyHTML. So string module, we use it. In Python, we have a string module. So that is what. And user interface design, it includes that aesthetics, that means beautifying the website. And accessibility also it includes. How easy you are inputting your values, numbered values, email. So whatever, if you take the registration of your user, we try to take some kind of things like whether it is a male or female or others, you try to take it like a radio button, because that's the three things are constant. For this, I need not put a text box. Universally, only three categories. So that kind of accessibility also we give it. But here, there is a Jacob-Nielsen heuristics is there. It's a theoretical one. He defined some standards. Actually, we never ask these kind of standard kind of theoretical things. Mostly, I've seen that PYQs where the professors, all these are, people define the QP based on that practical things only. So Jacob-Nielsen has defined some kind of heuristic or standards for view, how it should be there, how front end should be there. Mostly any web framework will follow that. But anyway, theoretically, you want to walk through, you can. But to write the quiz examination, you must familiar with templates, how to write the templates using PyHTML. So PyHTML is a additional pip installation you need to do. So using PyHTML, you can do that template creation, like HTML template, you can create it, and that you can render it. And string module also we can use it. So that dynamic rendering you can do using string module. But all of the three things, most preferable one is the Jinja template. Because every particular question, most of the questions, we'll ask that, even I see the questions, most of them are Jinja templates only. The Jinja template is most sophisticated way where that any variables you want to use, that you can represent with double braces or double set bracket. If it is any control structure, we want to define here using percentage and curly bracket, what you call us. So then Jinja filters also, maybe somebody will use it, if conditions, for loops, where you can filter your data, whatever data is passed from the backend. But before rendering, I want to check some conditions, so that I can do it. That is called Jinja filters. And template inheritance, this could be the two practical ones. See, look at, if you could see that any web page, there is a standard, you can see even your seek, there is a standard menu is there. Even you click on the week 7, you can see that the standard menu. This particular standard template is there for even for MAD1 course, MAD2 course, or PDSC. So how this template is, there is a template inheritance is happened. Like they define one parent template with common header and footer. Maybe you can say that header and footer. This header and footer and menu, all these are commonly used for all of the courses. Such kind of inheritance you can do in the HTML itself using some kind of thing. It's called block or something. Just you quickly walk through the content. I think block is there, end block is there. So actually, I properly don't remember. But it's a sure that block and end block is there, but syntactically, so whether they are using this or somewhere other representation, I'm not sure about it. So
Template inheritance is not there in
mm,
our course. I didn't see this.
mm,
Neither Nitin sir covered this or live sessions also. Template inheritance,
mm,
no, this wasn't there. Uh, it
mm.
Yeah, this was shown in a project session, but that is different.
Okay, 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 fine. I think mostly we don't get the question, but it's okay. But because they have given it, I have to walk through. Yeah, yeah. Now it is that model part. See, the model part they introduced. See, again, the model part is not deep dive into DBMS. It is only the outlines of the DBMS, which is the basic queries. That's what the DBMS is a core requisite for, for this app dev course. So basically, the persistent storage is required. Whenever you want to store your data of your web application, we require that a persistent storage. Most reliable and easy one is that SQLite 3 we are using, even in your project. And mechanisms for this, storage of data, different mechanisms are there. RDBMS are there, DBMS are there, some kind of unstructured data is there. That they will discuss, like, relational database, which contains that SQL. Where unstructured databases, it contains no SQL. Best example is MongoDB. There is unstructured database. But anyway, we don't use it in your courses of it, no problem. And relationships and its types, like primary key, foreign key, unique identification. There is a relationships you are creating. All these are theoretically introduced, how really we do that database models. And entity relationships, one entity or table, it relates to other table. So using that parent and child relationship, which possibly, master and child, someone says parent and child, so master and transaction, something, some different names. So there you have that. So one to many relationship is there, zero to many is there, so one to one is there. So there is ER kind of diagram, but they don't ask you that ER kind of diagram things, where it is basically a good concept in DBMS, where the DBMS in depth you want to learn. That's what the thing. But here you must familiar with some basic queries, like a select query and a delete query and update query, something like that, and insert query. So they never ask you that some kind of great kind of joins, like, cross joins, like they don't ask you that inner and outer join combination. So not like that, but you should familiar with some basic operators in these queries, like uh, you know comparing the strings with percentage. I think it's a percentage for multiple characters. Underscore, which is a wildcard we are using to match that one character. There could be the like operator, we use it. I think where, condition. So all these are basic things only. They don't ask you that complex queries. A basic query only they might ask you. And SQLite database, how it is installed, just you should have a latest 3 or 3.5 is that. You should have that SQLite, because SQLite is easiest one, as the folders and files are maintained. And ER diagrams, as and when you see a ER diagram, you should understand what is the master table, what is the child table, what way they are related. Like whenever you do have a project, you must know master and child relationship or parent and child, so that we can code according to it, primary key and foreign key. Oh, I said already, it's a basic wildcards are there. We already said it, basic wildcards. And ORMs are required, object relational model. See, this is SQL alchemy. So why that SQL alchemy is, every time I don't want to write a select query in a big line. Just I don't want to write it. So what I do is I can use it using SQL alchemy. I can call directly a function, like running a query. Whenever you want to write a query, you can do that. A filter kind of function, a delete kind of function, add kind of function. So that function will do the great insert operation. That function will do a delete operation. Instead of writing, so delete from, so the table name, where condition, all these things, I need not write it. So that is possible using ORMs. So in this particular coursework, we use it. Reliable and easiest one is that Flask SQL Alchemy, which is a ORM, we use it. So that is easiest way. So that's about this. Any clarification theoretically, please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So this SQL Alchemy is part of week 5, and
Hmm.
is week 5 part of quiz 1?
No. Only I think this they'll introduce theoretically. They don't given any kind of screencast session also. I think week 4 also. Just let me check it quickly, because up to
Week
week
4.
4 only, that is sure. Yeah, let me check it. The screencast, what is there? Yeah, it is only Flask. Only
Last
Flask.
question,
Introduction to
sir.
Flask one. Yeah, correct. Up to that 4 only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is fine. Then let me walk through the questions, mock questions. The mock questions are almost, it is equal to your actual thing. But when I'm answering the question, maybe sometimes I might go in a wrong kind of approach. Maybe you can raise your hand as and when you don't understand the question. Maybe yeah, this question, mock question. Yeah. I think there are 10 or 11 questions. Let me check it. Yeah. Okay. See, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
again,
sir.
theoretically, what you have been went through the earlier, practically when you are solving that concept, we try to apply it here and then we try to solve it. So let's do that. So which of the following options is correct regarding the statement 1 and 2? Let's read the statement number 1 and 2. The statement number 1 is the controller is responsible for taking data from the model, because controller it stand between that front end and database. Database is nothing but model, and giving it to the view to represent it. So it will fetch the data or pull the data from database, and it will return to the front end. That is what the controller job. Hopefully that statement 1 is correct. Let's walk through the second statement. The second statement is the controller is responsible taking the data from front end, which is nothing but a view. It is a mediator, so that database cannot directly interact with view. View cannot directly interact with it. Controller is definitely taking the data from it and giving it or serving it to the model to perform the actions. Perform the actions means persistent storage of data. So permanently storing of data. So that statement also it looks like same. So both of them are correct. So we say that yeah, both are correct. That's okay, because it's pretty easy. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody wants to ask something.
So can the model perform actions like sorting data?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir. So can the model perform actions such as sorting data?
No. Perform certain actions means what it can do to perform. Model to perform certain actions. Actions means what? Storage, delete, update. Right. Right. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So these actions, so it is giving the model to it is handovering the data to the model and do these operations like store the data, delete the data, update the data. Clear? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Who will do that? This is done by the database engine, right?
Yes, sir.
With instruction by the model. Clear? Sorry, with instruction by the controller, right? So that controller will say it as a mediator between model and a view, right? Clear?
Yes.
Hope you got it, right?
Yes.
Clear. Fine. Yeah, fine. I think this question is belongs to that HTTP. So here, as I said earlier, always server and client, they are interacted using the request and response kind of method. So the request methods are there, and similar way it will return it. These methods are called HTTP methods. What do you call them is HTTP method, hypertext transfer protocol. What methods they are communicating. So this is a theoretical one, but practical things still we can implement it whenever the backend Flask you have done it, and as well as some APIs are there. Maybe I think week 6 or 7. At that time you will understand better. But let me see that. So get, head, put, and post. So I'm sure get is always it is going to get the data from the server. Yeah, get me some data. So something like a particular request method. It is coming from the client means the request method is coming from the client to the server means get, what it will do is it always tries to getting some data. So you are a request, please send me some data. So like searching kind of you do, like Google search you do, it means your request is sent through get method. So I can say that get method is it is generally it is requesting, right? So here I can say that one is matching with C. Still we want to do that head. So the head is basically it is any kind of, see, whenever you are sending some data, there might be that some potential data or some kind of secret information you want to send it. Maybe what you can say is that metadata. What you can call the head data is it's a metadata. Generally, the metadata what it includes is it contains that API keys are included, where that already registered user they can be recognized. Or this particular head data is simply it is only sending the request, but any kind of body we don't send it, like the response body, like we are not expecting anything, just only it is for authorizing the user. So such kind of thing we are calling is head. We are defining the base URL, API keys to identify that already registered user. So such things you can do with head. This is also same to the get, but get is expecting a response, but head is not expecting any response. Only thing is it is authorizing and validating the user. So let me check it. This is okay. This is C. Update source is not done. I'm sure put is for updating. Okay. So here, here it is. Asks for a response identical to that of the get, but without any response body. It doesn't give you that any response. It will authorize. If you are authorized, you can access it. If you are not authorized, simply you are not you're not allowed to do that. So head it contains generally API keys it contains. Generally, as per my kind of development kind of process, I can say that some secret data you want to send it, some secret code you want to send it. So I can say that second one is matching to D. It is also similar to get, but it is not expecting any response. Put is sure, it is always for updating existing data. For example, already one username, first name and last name is there. I want to take that new first name and new last name, which is updated details from the user. I want to update it. Like, backend in this controller part, you might run it an update query, maybe something like that. So in this case, definitely it is updating existing resource only. Remember, updating a resource means already available record is updated. So that third one is matching to B. And the post is there, which is exclusively creating a new record. Just creating a new record or new resource. So that's D, it belongs to that. Third one, sorry, fourth one, it belongs to A, which is creating a new record or new resource. So this is that. Okay, because I should do that once here, maybe because scrolling is not possible once you are writing. So one is D, sorry, one is C, because we are expecting the response. So one is B means, sorry, what is it? One is C, yeah, correct. So let me connect it so that I'll have identification. One is C, 2 is D without response body, 3 is 1. Sorry, yeah, put no, yeah, 3 is B. 3 is B, and 4 is 1. So that based on it. So 1 is C, of course, you can ignore this one option. 2 is you're connecting, the 2 is for D, so that I can ignore this. This is okay. And 3 we are connecting to B. 3 you are connecting to B, so that 3 you are connecting to B. Yeah, this is right. This is right. 4 is here. Correct. Yeah, let me mark it this. I don't know whether the first one is marked or not, because once I submit, I should be able to. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Look at here. There is a curl command we are executing. So if you are working with any kind of curl command, if you could see that the curl command syntax, there is a lot of syntax involved. For this, you can go through that, curl command documentation, which is a Linux command where you can easily do that various kind of things, which is official documentation. Yes. So here the curl command, what it will do is it will content that, it will whatever the content is there, that content you are getting in the text format. See, look at here, I'm copying this and running from this. See, there is a lot of things of data, you got it. So a lot of data with, any divs which has been defined, all these are. So here, if you could open this particular http example.com, sorry, example.com, www.example.com, maybe it contains this information is this. So it is example domain where the more information is there. But this is a GUI kind of application, but text based, how can I get it? So using the curl command will do. Curl command will do that, the content you are getting, that command line, from that command line, you can get the things. Even you can get the files also. You can download a file. You can see this one. There is get a readme file. I can download it. So possibly here it is. I'm running the curl command. Maybe ftp example.com is not available. It is unable to download it. Maybe that file is not available. If that file is available, it tries to get it from the particular one. So these kind of things are, you are interacting with the web server from the command prompt. Maybe sometimes that particular server is not allowing us. So here, remember, the curl command always expects some kind of syntax. What it is expecting is mostly curl with domain name. This is a domain name. And some more webs also it can take, like what kind of request you are sending, like get request, put request, what you have seen the earlier question. And as well as the body of the data, the body of the particular request also you can send it. There are different parameters are there. Of course, we don't need it now. But here, in this particular one, what are the different components are included? We are sure we are doing some domain or URL is definitely there in the curl command. What are the different components are involved is, so here I can say that this is HTTP is always, it is a protocol. HTTP is one protocol, like FTP is one protocol. So this protocol is definitely, we use it in the web application request. So then after it, the local host, the name itself, it is saying it is a local host. It's a host name or a server name. What you can say is host name or server name. Every server is identified with a server name, or it might be a unique IP address that's represented. And one server is running many applications. Each application has a port number, that port number. I think mostly these are okay. Let's see what happens then. So here, the curl is a command. So that column 1, that may be 1, is matching to command C. And then 8080 is a port number, which is the second one matched to port number. So port number means D. So now HTTP, as I said, it's a protocol which is A, and the last one is a localhost, which is that localhost is server. I'm sorry, maybe HTTP is a protocol. I've done well. The localhost is server or host name. So this fourth one is matched to B. Yeah, it is simple kind of thing. So where it is matching to my option A, correct. So the right option is A. I think there is no particular confusion here.
What was the correct option for question 2?
Question number 2, yeah, it is A.
First option. Okay.
Correct.
Thanks.
3 also A. Yeah. So up to that, maybe you have done with it. Now some kind of bit kind of, because they already said always that Unicode information, ASCII information, just I think week 2 or week 1, still I don't remember. But here, to solve this one, first you should know that there are different kind of standards already, just recollect it basically. So 8 bits equal to 1 byte is already defined. Maybe some kind of other questions also it involves that. To make that easy calculation, they did it 1000 bytes equal to 1 KB. Remember, actually it is 1024, but in the problem strictly they'll give it too easy to calculate. Based on 10, they can do it so that 1000 bytes they are defined. Similar way, 1000 kilobytes equal to 1 MB. So you can look at this, because the same standard is maintained in entire course, because 24 bits they are ignoring to make it that simplification of calculation. So that you should remember. Even entire your AppDev course, you can see any question that you remember, because it's a one note strictly they'll give it, because even I see in the PYQs earlier. Now you see that there is a list of characters. How many characters is there? Can somebody count it? Is it 10? 1, 2, 3.
11.
Oh, it's 11. Oh,
11.
Space also there. Right? So
Yes.
there is number of characters are 11. Now, so the question is a complete character set. Only these characters are used to represent a text document. Maybe a text document file is there, a text file. It contains combination of these characters only, not any other character. Assume that 11 unique characters combination. If the document uses fixed encoding scheme, see, fixed encoding scheme means it is a user defined. If it is ASCII encoding scheme, that is 8 bits, that's different. But right now, fixed encoding scheme for all the characters created using character set L, only this particular character set using only, they are trying to create text document. And here the disk size is 2 kilobytes. So what is my disk size is 2 KB. So that maximum disk it can store the content is 2 KB. Now, the number of characters in the document would be, so if you want to store the document, you are able to store it and you stored it also. What could be my document sizes? So in terms of, is it in bytes? Yeah, it is bytes only. In terms of bytes, how many kind of, bytes it can be stored into that? It's pretty simple. Always use it 0 and 1 is a combination of bit. If 2-bit value is taken, how many unique characters you can generate?
4.
4 unique characters. Combination of that 0 and 1, combination of it. So like 2-bit value. So if it is 3, how many unique characters you can
8.
encode or decode? 8 characters. Is it compatible to 11? No.
No.
So 2 to the power of 4, is it compatible?
16. Yes.
Correct. 16. So remember, 16 means it is compatible to 11. No problem. Now the thing is that we got it. We are clear, right? This is very clear because 2 to the power of 4 is required. Now the thing is, That means 4-bit value. It's clearly it's a 4-bit value. What is this? 4-bit value only it is used. Whenever 11 characters you want to point it. Now the thing is, they define that the maximum size of the disk is 2 KB. So 2 KB means, because already I said the standard is 1 KB is nothing but 1000 bytes. It's not 1024. Remember, of course, note also given. So 2 KB means, so can you say that 2 into 1000 into 8 bits?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Here. Wait. So 2 into 1000 into 1000 into 8 bits. So which is I think equal to 16,000, right? 16,000 bits, right? Hello.
Yes.
So here, each character it requires the maximum length of 4-bit. We want to convert into, this is a bits and this is a bits. We want to convert into bytes. How many, bytes it's required in the disk is. So I can divide with 4. Clear? Because both equal units I did it. So we are getting, it is that 4,000, right? Hello?
Yes.
So that the right one is, so how many number of characters is, yeah, here it is, 4,000 characters you can store it into the maximum disk size of 2 KB size of disk is provided for you. With a fixed encoding scheme of that 4-bit, that is 2 to the power of 4. So because 11 characters, you can easily do that because it is capable to 0.16, but we have only 11 unique characters. So this is equal kind of units.
Why you have multiplied by 8 bits?
Because this is a bit value, right?
Hmm.
Equal units only we can divide, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, 8 bits. So that 16,000 bits divided by each character of that 4 bits, right?
Okay.
Hello. So you get it?
Okay.
Correct. You
Okay.
got it. That's good. Yeah. Equal units only. We don't do that. See, units conversion is a major thing whenever these kind of questions are there.
Could you just show that part again? I'm not
Hmm.
clear with this question.
This is 11 characters. Clear?
Yes,
To
sir.
encode that 11 characters, so user uses that fixed encoding scheme, not ASCII or something. How many bits are required? Definitely 4-bit value, right?
Yes, sir.
4-bit value can refer that 16 unique characters. We have 11, it is sufficient, right?
Yes, sir.
Our disk size is maximum 2 KB. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So using these combination of 11 characters combination, so how many number of characters we can store into the disk? Clear?
Okay.
Already we defined that encoding is the fixed encoding of this 4-bit. So they have given that in KB of the disk size. We try to convert 2 into 1000 because 1 KB is nothing but 1000. 2 KB is nothing but multiplied with 2, right?
Right, sir.
And we try to do with 8 also because we want to do that equal kind of units, 8 bits, right?
Okay, sir.
Because disk is that 8 bits only. So now we got it 16,000 bits here. So this 16,000.
Why we have taken 8 here?
Correct. So disk is always ASCII standard only because they did not tell you that
ASCII standard.
Correct. So the disk is always we don't define it. The characters are we are defining, but disk standard is even you can check that any information of your disk always you get in bytes and all. Okay, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is. See, this is one interesting. I think even in the Professor Nitin screencast or somewhere I have seen that. See, Python is having a built-in server. Already, Python is having a built-in server. I don't remember. I think the Python -n.
HTTP dot server.
Correct. Yeah, HTTP dot server. maybe that's a predefined server. So this server, what it will do is, it will create this particular port number is created. So this particular port number and this, I can access it through browser. Python is providing. So let me go with it. Really, that's right or not. So maybe I'm checking that Python is having a predefined server or not. We need not install any framework for it. Python. So -m. I think you said HTTP dot server. Yeah. See, the server is running. What it tries to identify is, it tries to identify index.html, whether it is available in the current directory or not. If it is available, it's okay. If it is not available, assume that in the given directory it does not contain index.html, and you send a request from this particular web browser, what will be rendered? Actually, even I'm not sure about it. So let me do that. What will
Directory
happen?
listing.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that?
Whatever things which are in the current folder.
Correct. Let me run this one. Okay, stop this. Got it. Yeah, it is stopped now because I will create one directory. It might be some kind of testing Python web server. cd test Python. Yeah. So in this, there is no particular index.html. Maybe I'll create some other file, sample copy. Sorry, what you can say is, yeah, ls some create, sample.txt, some text file. Yeah, it is created, but there is no index.html. By default, index is there, means you can render it, but I don't have. So let me run this Python server. Yeah. So now this particular one is available. Let me access this through the browser. Hopefully someone said it is, you can access the directory. Correct. So you are able to access the directory. What directory you are running the web server, that you are able to access it. It is pretty simple one, but depend only you are practically you tried once. Yeah. So if this is simple, it will show that whatever the directory content is available, that will be shown. That's simple. Yeah. That's I understood. Yeah. Cool. So now, here you see that there is the question which contains that using 5 bits encoding, how many characters can be encoded? There is a fixed encoding.
32.
So, yeah, that's 2 to the power of 5, right? Hello.
Yes.
So how many maximum characters we can?
32.
32.
Sorry, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it is 32. So the 2 to the power of 5 is unique characters. How many you can point is the D. So here the interesting thing. So see, there are different encoding schemes are there. Different encoding schemes, techniques, where it is, you have ASCII is there is UTC is there. There are, different kind of base URL. See, all these are UTF is there, UTF-16 is there, UTF-8 is there. So right now the question is given directly that ASCII. So ASCII means, remember, it is 8-bit only. Don't consider that 7-bit. 7-bit is without some kind of sign or something. I don't remember why they
No.
use it. What is
It's
that?
not like that. So the 7-bit is the original ASCII, and it contains uppercase, lowercase numbers and symbol and
Okay.
escape characters. While the
Okay.
8-bit is called Latin character set, and that have that like A and above that a dot. So all those European countries symbols they use in languages, that is included in the 8-bit character set. That is Latin, New Latin character set not ASCII originally. If you search the ASCII in browser, there will be ASCII.com, and it will show that the original one is 7-bit, that have
Okay.
all the English characters, only
Okay.
English character, escape
Okay.
characters, numbers.
Yeah. So maybe here it is Latin is included or not, I don't know. But let me check it. This particular characters are I is a unique character. Okay. So there we have T is there. I is the one more time repeated. M is there. Okay. So right now they said it is ASCII. So whenever ASCII is there, so how many bits are required? Let us assume it is. I'm sorry. Twice. Total 4 characters of length. So each one is that 8-bit value. How many bits are required?
32.
32. But if it is 7, you consider 7 into 4.
Not an option.
Okay, maybe
28 is not there.
correct. If they will give it 28, then they should mention whether it is 7-bit or 8-bit. Correct. Thank you. So it's not without Latin, it's with Latin. So the 32 is the right answer.
Sir, what was the answer for fifth question?
Fifth question is this. It is displaying the directories whenever index.html file does not exist. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. If index.html is there, that will be rendered. For example, even I don't have anything in this particular directory, maybe I'm deleting it. That time also it will show sample.txt. I removed it, but still I do that, server running, and let me here also directory is shown. Okay, if index.html is there, it's a different issue where it will render it. Render means the HTML elements are rendered. Yeah. So this is
Sir, how you got 32?
Hello. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, how you got 32 in previous question?
How I got
32.
Yeah, this question.
Not
Seventh question you are
this
asking.
one, yeah.
So it is totally 4 characters. Each character is that 8-bit value, right? Because ASCII, they clearly mentioned it is ASCII. It is not customized fixed. If it is customized, you are counting the number of unique characters and do. But here right now, they said it is ASCII. ASCII means it is 8-bit value only because it is matching 32. If 28 is given, 32 is not there, 28 is the right option. But right now, they have given 32. ASCII is American Standard Code, which is 8-bit value, right?
Okay.
4 characters. So 4 into that 832. Yeah. This might be some numerical question, but they have given in options. Let me check it. Yeah. So here, a mobile client starts from and is cruising away continuously at 60 kilometers per hour. Maybe he's in a driving mode. He's driving through a mobile. Let's assume that mobile itself is having some web application. I think so. So 60 kilometers per hour is traveling from the network tower. See here, the network tower means it could be a server. And mobile is the user who is using the mobile is a client. Let us assume this is a browser, this is a web server. That's what simple kind of philosophy we apply. Whose network range is 40 kilometers of radius, so that the network signal can catch up to that 40 kilometers radius only. That means maybe this particular radius or this particular distance, let us assume that I have given a circle. Maybe sometime we'll say that a path, a client is started from here in driving mode, is going up to that here 40 km radius, 40 km. Up to here, the network is accessed. But after that, there is no possibility of network. That's what they want to tell you. The range of the network is. Yeah. So during in this range, the bandwidth of the speed of the network is 120 Mbps. remember it's a bits because small b they apply. Okay. Now the thing is how much data in gigabytes that will be consumed by the client who is continuously in the entire bandwidth before completely moving out of the network. This is out of the network, which is after 40 km, he is out of the network. Before the 40 km, how much the data is consumed, where he is able to access the data of that. So using 120 megabits per second. Hope you got this question. Or did you understand the question statement? Did you understand?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, then it's okay. So because diagrammatically you should understand what is happening in the question. Now let me figure out how to solve this. So here, so we do that distance formula only. Maybe let's go with, they have defined the speed of the client where is in traveling mode, which is 60 kilometers per hour. And his distance is traveling, his distance is 40 km, which is given already. 40 km. Sorry, 40 km. So he tries to cover that. He might reach out of the 40 km at any time with a running speed or driving speed of 60 kilometers per hour. That's what actually speed and distance was given. So if you can see that the standard formula is distance is nothing but speed and time. But right now we don't have a time, so we need to find out the time. So we go in that time we are finding. So we can say that distance by time, sorry, distance by speed. So we get the time. So if you could go for it, so the distance is 40 and 60 is my speed. I think how much you get it? Is it into, yeah, 2 by 3 hours?
40 minutes.
Yes.
2 by 3 hours? So within that 2 by 3 hours, he will reach out of the range of the network within that time. Within that time limit only, he has a access of that accessing the network bandwidth of 120 Mbps. After that 2 by 3 hours, he cannot connect to the network. He is out of the range. So up to this, is it clear?
Yes.
Now, the bandwidth we are going, the data is consumed. So the bandwidth you are consuming is, so the bandwidth you are consuming is 120 Mbps. See, megabits per second, not bytes. So here, it's a megabits is there. We want to convert into GB because how much data is consumed. Yeah, correct. So they are asking in gigabytes. They try to convert into gigabytes. Already the same standard. 1 KB is nothing but 1000. 1 MB is nothing but 1000 MB, 1000 KBs. So we try to convert. This into GB. If you are converting into GB, 120 megabits is there. That you can do that. Mega. So we want to convert into gigabytes. So GB I want to convert. So what I can do is 8 into 1000, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we got it. Where it is this particular one.
Sir, you need to multiply the time also.
Wait. First, let me do that. The bandwidth also we are coming into the same kind of units, right? Clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we got the same kind of units, then we can do it. Okay. Now this is hours. This is hours, right? This is
Into
hours.
second.
Yeah. So we need to convert into seconds also, because megabytes per second. So here hours also you need to convert into seconds. So what I'll do is here the data consumed we want to find out means what is the data consumed is bandwidth into time, right? Is it right?
Yes.
So already we got the bandwidth in per second. Already we got the time in hours. Let's convert this particular time also in hours. So what I do is we try to multiply this one into 2 by 3 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Somebody can do simplify. Yeah. So now these are equal units. This part is equal unit. This particular bandwidth is equal units. And time is also in seconds. This is also in seconds. So let's do that. Simplification. Yeah. This is 0,
Take it
0,
300 into 8.
0, 0, 0. 3 zeros here, 3 zeros here. Yeah. Still, can you do simplification? Okay.
12 by 3 is 4.
Okay. This is 4 threes are 4 twos are. Can you do that? Right?
Yes, and then 2 by 3 will get cancelled with this.
Wait. So here
36.
3 zeros, sorry, 3 ones are and then 3 twos are, right? That's it. So now still we are going.
2 and 2 will get cancelled.
Okay. 2 and 2 is cancelled. Still we have a remaining of 3 into
2 into
2
6.
into where is 6?
Last second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this 6 is better. Correct. So 3 into 2
Oh,
into
36.
6. So 36 GB. Is it there? 36. Okay, great. It was there. See here, what I want to do is similar kind of units conversion is important. So why to do that similar kind of units conversion? Then only this particular formula we can apply. The time we are converting, but we converted into initial hours, and whatever bandwidth is there, that also we are converting into that, gigabytes, because they ask you that answer in gigabytes. So for the converting that megabits to giga, we are doing this division like 8 into 1000 we are doing, bits we are converting into gigabytes.
So I want to ask why 8 into 1000 is we are using?
8 bits is nothing but 1 byte, right?
Yes.
So 8 into 1000, so you get the bytes, right?
Okay, sir.
Already top value is 120 bits, so that we divide. Okay.
It's a conversion of bits to bytes. That's why.
Correct. See, whenever lower to higher you are doing, then multiplication we do. So higher to lower you are doing it is, so that we try to do that. So that's what bits to bytes and bytes. So that if you are doing, so 1 byte, we are trying to convert into bits. So multiply with 8, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Let me clear. Yeah, it might be sometimes they might ask you in the numerical kind of question, but fortunately, I think maybe it is the mock they have given it as options. So possibly you try to convert. It's a pretty simple theory. You try to convert into equal units, and then I'll mute everybody.
Sir, here speed of light was also given, but of no use, right?
No, here I think in the question no use. Is it given speed of light? No, I think it was not given. No, it is not given. Let me
Okay.
zoom in. Yeah, this is only links to that the data traveled, how the data is traveled, right? But it's not based on the speed of it. Kilometers per hour they have given, no, like road, right? It's not by network wire.
Yes, sir.
Correct? If it is network wire and Ethernet cable, that's different. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe still they have a lot of questions. Let me complete the 9th question, then we'll get back. Yeah, we'll take a small break. So which of the following is correct syntax to check that whether the length of the list of is equal to the 10? Oh, this is Jinja standard. See, Jinja standard commands are the Jinja standard templates you're writing, almost it is equal to Python, right? But somewhat syntactically it is different. But thing is, this one requires a documentation. Only few documentation things you have to walk through that Jinja. This one, let me check it. Definitely, this cannot be used. So wait, this cannot be used. Reason is, this is single equal to. This is also cannot be used, right? Because condition checking we cannot do it single equal to in any kind of if condition and all. So definitely these two, but I'm not sure whether it is this or this.
And sir, it would be second one, sir. In Jinja.
Okay, maybe you
So
can check
we
Jinja to template documentation. Yeah. So maybe you can find some kind of conditional structure where you can find it. I can check it, no?
Filters.
Yes, filters. Huh? Is it there in filters? Inside the filters, you can find length is there. No, I can use it length directly. Length or length. I can use it length is. Join is there. Filters length is there. Where is the length? Is
Sir,
it
find through the page, na? A control F and search in page.
okay? Yeah.
No, this is not loop of where should
It's
be
not loop
there.
conditional, no? I think
No,
wait.
no, that is filter.
No, because it's not a function, but Jinja template function defining is different. Maybe using Jinja template, Jinja to length of a list. Maybe template design and documentation. Okay, but somewhere it's there. But someone said it is. It's a simple kind of question. Maybe this documentation would help you.
Sir, I have sent you the link in meeting.
Oh,
You can
great,
visit that.
great. Hmm. Where is that? Length of it. Length of object.
Oh, sorry, it's not this one. Sorry.
Wait. Yeah. You said something else?
I said that this is not the correct one link. I sent the wrong one.
Okay.
This is something internal. Sorry.
Okay. So anyway, maybe you know that is not Python function. It's a Jinja function. So Jinja function we are using this. So maybe the documentation will help you. The option B is right because Jinja filters always use it piping symbol. Here is that interesting question. See, as I said, always backend or controller part will send some dynamic data that is done by dynamic data that can be done by the Jinja templates or PyHTML string templates we are using. So that's the thing. How can you do that? That particular dynamic data of sending is so using the Jinja template. That's what the question on this. So here there is a Python dictionary was defined. So first is the key and value, second is the key and value. All this is a dictionary. You know that dictionary contains key and value pair. So in this, every particular key you are getting, that's called item. And that particular item, using it, we are creating a template. So this template, what it contains is this dynamic variables you are getting. So these dynamic variables, first one is that item. So this, it indicates that key. And the second one is the gadget. So the gadget, it means that, so you are getting that So the value of it, but these two variables, these two are dynamic variables, as and when it is rendered, this part is replaced dynamically. How it can be replaced when it is rendered? So the render we are doing, the item you are sending, so whatever the item you are getting, that's called this item, maybe key. And the gadget, what you are doing is inside of your dictionary, this part you are sending, value part you are sending. So that dynamically when it is rendering, these values are rendered dynamically. Rendered dynamically means through a dictionary. So here they are using dictionary. Whenever you go for week 5 and week 6, there you need to use a database backend also, like model part. The model part, it will pick the data SQL query and it will send it to the front end. Front end, it will render it using Jinja template. So based on it, simple rendering it will do. The template is my first, second, third, fourth, and then followed by the gadget name. So first, second is there, but here it's wrong. Third is missed. Yeah, it is third is missed. First, second, third, fourth is there. The first one is television, smartphone, tablet, and computer. Definitely this. Let's
Option
see.
B is right.
Right. But why these are? All these are first is given. Here first,
Lower
second, third was
case.
given, but television was given. No updated values. The option B is right because the Jinja template we are using. So let's have a break for just 2 minutes and we'll get back because almost 10 questions. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for waiting. So let's head back to the questions. Here, there is the 10th question, yeah, 11th question. So here, again, it is the presentation or view part. Here, they are asking about exclusively the CSS. As I said, recollecting our CSS things, the CSS can be defined either inline, which is in the tag itself, and there is internal styling is there, and there is external styling is there. External styling is that you are defining a separate CSS file and you are calling it. But right now, this is not done. I think it is internal CSS. You're putting the CSS in the same file itself. The div tag was given with margin auto and then padding of the auto. Here, the important thing is that here it is important because this one makes a different kind of philosophy, how it really works. And the width of the particular div, aligning of the internal text of the div, and the color of the text, which is the foreground color, blue color. Now the question is, these kind of questions when we are solving, they want to make it somewhat typical understanding of how really the priority of styling is executed. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
The priority of styling. See, external, internal, inline styling is there. No, there are three kinds of stylings. Let me go with hierarchical structure of priority. Like bottom up, I'm going lowest priority to highest. Which one is given priority? Which one is given highest preference? So if you could go for see, already said about external, internal, and inline, and there is a different kind of selectors also there. Do you know selectors? CSS selectors?
Yes, yes.
Class
ID
ID.
selector,
Correct.
ID class, universal.
Correct. ID is there, class is there, and element is there.
Element, universal.
Correct. So these are three different selectors: ID kind of selector defining, class kind of thing, element kind of thing. I think you're well aware about it. So similar way, the CSS can be defined either external or internal or inline. Clear? These things are clear, no? I think we don't worry about it. Now, the hierarchical structure, we talk about that, how that lowest preference to highest preference is. The lowest preference is given external CSS. If you write a style in an external CSS file, but in the local, if you write any other internal CSS, automatically external CSS will be avoided. It will give the priority to internal only. That's what I'm going. Next higher level of priority is given for internal CSS. Is it clear? Is it clear? Overrides. Is it clear? Hello. If you defined the external
Yes,
CSS
sir.
a blue color, same element I defined the internal internal CSS as yellow color, it gives yellow color priority only, right? Okay. Now, so comparatively internal CSS, there is internal and inline, because inline CSS will give more priority. Inline CSS means, so here it is. This is the example. Whatever that internal CSS is there, that will be overridden by inline. This is hierarchy in the based of the definition, and still there is a overriding. There is a overriding in the sense, in terms of that style definition. In this case, we can say that next priority is given for what you can say that element selector. Element selectors are there. Highest priority is given for element selector. Next highest or superior is class selector. Next highest or superior is
ID.
oh, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. I did a particular blender. So where here inline is removed, no inline. I'm sorry, because inline it comes to here as and when you define element. Element selector, class selector, then followed by ID selector, highest priority. Now, even ID, element, class, all these are there. Next highest priority is given for inline. Clear? Clear? whatever you defined this class, whatever you defined element, whatever you define ID, if you write any particular inline, the inline was given priority. It will overwrite. Clear? Is it clear? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Now the thing is, still there is superior. That is called important. Important means it is never overridden. I'll get back to the question, please. Important means not overridden. If you write important in external CSS, it cannot be overridden by internal. It cannot be overridden by inline also. So the important, if you define any style, that's going to be constant. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's very
sir.
simple. It's very simple. Always we define the company logo, background color is blue. That style has defined, and that is important. Even somebody by mistake, a developer is overridden some other yellow color also, it doesn't override. Only that it's that important only. This is only for understanding, because this kind of questions you get it maybe in the PYQs or this. So that's what I want to make you aware about this concept. Then we'll solve the question. I don't want to go with what options are given. A div is created. So it is having auto padding this one, but sure, it never modified. Anybody never modified. Aqua color is mandated. So what is the aqua color? Background color. So your particular div is created with a background color of aqua. That's sure. Now overriding job is done. So internal style is overridden by inline. So the border, earlier there is no border. There is a border is created. That's sure. It is 4px border. Inside solid purple, where it is the color of this particular border is purple. Of course, border width is 4px, solid purple border color. Background color is live gray, but aqua is there, which is important one. So here the background color is aqua, never overridden. And other property is there. So the foreground color of the particular text. What is the foreground color? Welcome to IITM. So here it is blue, here it is red. So that this blue will go off, red is given priority. So that background color is aqua, text color is red, and the border color is purple. So let's see what is the matching options are there.
Option C.
So we can avoid these two because aqua color is not there. These two are sure, but the text color, it is earlier it was a blue color. It will be overridden by this. So this kind of hierarchical structure, see, mostly the CSS question they are asking means definitely there is a hierarchical structure of overriding. If you just remember that hierarchical structure of CSS, very clearly you can get one particular question, you can very easily answer it. Of course, this is used for even your development of industry also, when you are a full stack developer, that's sure. Yeah. This is also again Jinja template kind of question only, but here they are using string template. See, in Jinja template, the replacing of the variable is using this curly bracket. When in the case of string template, they try to use the replacing of variable using a dollar. The dynamic data we want to replace with dollar variable, where it is a dynamic variable value we want to send it. That's only that thing, but purpose is same. Dynamically we want to replace the content. Here there is a G variable, P variable. I think two variables, they are expecting value. The statement is given with a string with two variables. So output template, they are creating out object. Here, what will be the output? We want to get it. So here, I think if you could see that the string template in Python, the substituting of variables. See, look at the $G is replaced with what value, and $P, what is replaced here. So that you need to substitute. So how can you substitute is using a dictionary pattern. The dictionary key and value we are sending. Key should be matched to here. Value, you can send it anything. So here you are doing a substitute. G you are sending, but you are not sending P. So if you are sending one parameter out of two, definitely it will throw error, because missing one parameter is not allowed. It is expecting two particular variables, but you are missing one parameter. So definitely it doesn't work. So here you are doing a substitute. G you are sending, P you are sending, and then wait. Oh, error you are expecting, no? That's error. This is definitely answer. Okay, anyway, no problem. We are expecting a error. Correct. So this one, no problem, because G you are sending, P you are sending, additional parameter you are sending also, no problem. So it works. No error. Oh, here it is safe substitute they are using. Safe substitute means missing.
It will work with the key error also.
Correct. Missing parameters are there, missing key values are there. Definitely it will ignore. Rest of the rendering it will do, so that it will work because of safe substitute. Yes, safe substitute itself is a safe, and anyway they are sending two parameters. Third parameter sending also no problem. It doesn't create any problem with this one. So they are asking about the wrong answer or key error is the A. Option is A. They are asking which one will throw error. First one definitely will throw error. That is, yeah. Oh, still they are going with Jinja, because at most they can ask you templates questions only. I think most of the Flask was introduced in the week 5. That's the reason they are going with more questions on the Jinja templates. Jinja template and string template. Yeah, here what they did is, oh, 2 templates are taken. Okay. Okay. See, 2 templates was taken. T1 is Jinja template, T2 is string template. As I said earlier, Jinja template is always curly set bracket we are using. Where string template we are using a $. That's constant or identical, which can differentiate what is what. Now the thing is, they are creating a small template of using T1. T1 is nothing but Jinja template. Jinja template expects that any variable with curly bracket. So this is up to here, it is Jinja template. This is here Jinja template. This is here Jinja template. Yeah, 3. Country 3, country 4, country 2. Yeah, that's okay. Country 1, I think it's not there. City, sorry, I'm sorry. What they are using, city 3, city 4, country 2. City 3 and 4, they are creating a template, and they are sending the information of this. When they are sending information of rendering of T1, they are creating a Jinja template, which it is taking information. In this information, they are expecting city 3 and city 4. Where is my city 3 and city 4? Yes, this is my city 3. This is my city 4. So my city 3 value and city 4 value, they belongs to city 1 and city 2. They belongs to city 1 or city 2. Is it right? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
by this time, what happens, by this time, what happens, your output, it will be $, city 3 will become city 2, right? So $, city 4 will become city 1, because it's coming with Jinja template to printed output. Now whatever you got, this is out 1. Whatever you got out 1, of course, country 2 also. Country 2 is coming with country 1, so it is another one, country 1, which can be used by the string template. String template is T2. It is doing substitute of information. So my substitute information is Dollar city to us Delhi, and dollar city one is Mumbai, and country one is India. These values completely are getting, so that they are linking towards that in two different ways. The value they are linking in two different ways. So what is the generated output? Two outputs it is generating. The first output is going to be with the dollar symbol. Make sure. Yes, correct. So this is yeah, first one is definitely wrong. First output is this dollar. It looks like first one and the fourth one is the right answer, but the B is right answer. Reason is city 2 and city 1 you are getting based on that city 4 and city 3, and then Delhi, Mumbai is replaced, India respectively, and the country 1 is this one. Country 1 we are getting through that another value of country 2. Correct. So B is the right answer. Yeah. I think here the Flask is introduced. I don't know what extension of content was there in the week 4 for the Flask. But here, what I want to tell you is, whenever you run your Flask application on the server is interacted using client through URL. Is it right? Is it right? We are calling URL, no?
Yes, sir.
Something like port number and all. So whenever you are calling that URL, definitely it contains that base URL and sub URL, right? Sub URL means maybe some kind of route you are defined. This is called sub URL, right? Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you call base URL / sub URL, immediately this route is executed. Sorry, here there might be indentation is missing. I think indentation has to be clear. Somewhat coding kind of indentation is missed. Okay. So when the sub URL is called, you can send parameters also. Definitely in the URL, you can send parameters. If somebody wants to understand parameter, see, look at here. Your seek URL is there. Are you looking my seek URL? This one is base URL. This part up to this study, seek online. This part is base URL, right? Is it base URL?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
This course and as well as this namespace, all this is belongs to sub URL. Maybe there might be an internal route is defined, and after that there are some parameters are sent. ID parameter was sent, type parameter was sent, and tab parameter was sent. Unit ID parameter was sent. So the parameters you are sending, these are called arguments. What you can call, URL arguments. As someone says is that query string arguments. URL arguments, query string argument. How can I get the particular argument values? There is a request dot arguments dot get. What is the argument name? Maybe they'll write the backend code ID they are getting, type they are getting, like that. So that value you are getting, whatever value we got it, just we render it as it is. Render it as a string format. So let's see that how really this one. Which of the following routes will return the value is 10 in the browser? Definitely you need to send val. See, there is a MSQ, it is multiple selection. This one definitely no, because you are not calling subroute of get value. So here subroute is given. The subroute is that this must be there. We are sure definitely first one is wrong. Second one is okay, but here missing the argument name. Value is there, but argument name is not there. So this is also wrong. Here argument name equal to value. This is okay. And here you are sending 3 arguments, no problem. But using one argument also no problem. You are sending 3 arguments. but only one you are using. That's okay. So we're sure these two are the right options. So because basically any kind of parameters you want to send through URL, you're supposed to send using query argument. Someone says is string argument. Someone says is request arguments, we call them. But request argument syntax is always this. Argument name is equal to value. If another argument is there, again ampersand, second argument, something like that. Yeah. So this is
Sir,
again.
I had a doubt on the same question. Sir, here in the last option, val2 is, according to the last option, in the code, val2 is not defined. So won't it show any error, like syntax error or
it doesn't show.
missing
See,
ornamentation error?
I'm so, hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending 5 arguments from the client, but server application is using only 2. No problem. It's not compulsory that all things has to be used, right?
Okay. And here that ampersand is not an AND operator. It is just additional value.
Separating first argument and second argument, right?
Okay.
So here, again, the Jinja template they are using. Oh, here Jinja template and command and arguments they are executing. They try to execute this Python program from the system command prompt, I think so. So here, a dictionary, mad1 backend, mad2 frontend, a template they are creating. So here Jinja variable, the Jinja variable is the same enclosing with set bracket. If see here, whenever you run a Python program, so there is a Python file name arguments. You can run it through command line arguments also. Always 0th argument is file name, then the first argument, second argument, and so on. Each argument is separated with space. That's sure. And these arguments are created as a list. That is basic thing. Program name is 0th argument, rest of them are 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So here, how they are getting variables. Okay, here, see, look at here. This statement, what it will do is, how many arguments you pass it from the command prompt, from this particular executing prompt of $ or C prompt, that arguments are collected and they are putting in the variable list. The variable dictionary, I think so. Maybe it is list only. I'm not sure, but it's a list only. Yeah, it's a list because separated with just space. If it is colon or something, then list and value is there, key and value. Yeah, here, if the second argument here means that third argument, 0th one, first one, second one. If that is mad1, you try to render mytech of mad1. Mytech of mad1 means backend you get it. If arguments of var2, that's the second argument means third argument. If it is mad2 you're passing, you get it front end kind of printer. If you mention other than that, maybe this condition is not satisfied, then mention the course name specifically. So let's see that what will be the output of the following. Yeah, they have given a command line arguments also. You see that Python, the code.py, this is my Python file, code.py, mad, oh, does it take space? I'm not sure, but definitely it doesn't take space because every space is considered as argument, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe this kind of silly question they never expect, because even if they'll give it.
No,
maybe,
sir. This question is asked in I think 3-4 PYQs.
Is it given space? Is it given space?
Yes, same question. Exact
Yes,
same
sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
But,
so they consider it invalid because mad will be like
correct.
in our
Invalid only. But who will focus that space is there or not? Okay, that's okay. Maybe it's invalid. I don't want. Yeah, this is the question. This is the answer you get it. Because 0th argument is Python file name. First argument is, second argument it is coming 1 or 2 because based on passing. So definitely this error you get it, right? right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, one more question.
So here mad and one are two separate arguments.
Correct. Because command line arguments always recognize space as a separated arguments value. Space is counted.
And in that case, can we give double quotes?
No, even you give a double quote, that is considered as this entire one is considered as a word. That is zeroth argument, including this double quotes also.
So can you explain again?
Yeah. So somebody Python. See, I want to just write a simple kind of script. Maybe Control C, ls clear code dot. A simple kind of Python program. It might be arguments.py. So import says existing module. Is my screen visible? My GA. VS Code?
Yeah, Visual Studio.
Yes, sir.
Is visible.
So here the arguments they are receiving is dot arguments, right? So argument values you are getting, right? So once you got argument values, so let me print that what my arguments it contains. Print. I don't want to process anything. Print args, all my argument values. So let me run this one. Open my terminal. See, this one has to be executed from the command line arguments only. Python. My file name is that args.py. So here no arguments are passed, but program name is considered as zeroth argument. Let's see what happens. But now I did it mad1. So this is zeroth argument. This is first argument. This is second argument. Because space is encountered as another argument, a delimiting character. Somebody said, I want to put this, even that there is a problem. What happens, you know? This part is considered as the argument 1. This part is considered as the argument 2.
Okay.
Oh, it's there. Okay, I'm not sure. This I have never tried it. Oh, great. Oh, great. If they want to make it this way, then it's better. But I think what you said it is this is intentionally. I think they have given a space. But this kind of question is a silly question because they don't want to investigate you that spaces to trace out something like that. Okay, you got it? Somebody asked it. Hello.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay.
So including his space, we are considering it as one argument, right?
Correct.
Madam.
Space is always it is delimiting character in the command line arguments.
But if we are using inverted quotes, then it is a
then
one
it's
argument.
a first argument, second argument. You can separate with multiple words also, right?
No, in this question, is it treated as one single argument, right?
Correct. Because no quotation was given. This is zeroth argument. This is first argument. This is second argument. So second argument means it is not matching with mad1. It's not matching with mad2 because 1 and 2 is passed, right? 1 is passed, right?
Correct.
So it's going for else part.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make it simple. Oh, what is that? It's a coloring. So here there is what is that? It's a CSS only. There is a style is defined which is class selector, red color. Another class selector, bold. Two classes are different, dot class 2. So now they are trying to do that. Oh, overriding between classes. The paragraph they are defining, this paragraph, first they are applying that class 1 and then they are applying the class 2. So class 1 means red color is applied. Class 2 means that font weight bold is applied. So what they are asking, what will be the options correct? Okay, correct options they are asking. Yes. The color of the text inside of the P tag will be red. Okay. But the font will not be bold. No, it's definitely bold because both classes are defined a different property. If this is color red and this is color blue, in the sequential execution, first red is printed, immediately that is overridden by the blue. But right now, these two properties are different kind of properties. Color property is different, font weight is property is different. So definitely this is a wrong answer. Font weight of the text inside the P will be bold, yes, but the color of this one also wrong, because different properties can be assigned from different classes. The font weight of the text of the P will be bold and the color will be red. This is a true. Here, the font weight of the text P will be normal. No, definitely there is no chance of normal. So the right answer is C. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is the last question. So yeah. So fundamentally and quickly, I'm telling you, most of the questions which you are getting is very few questions coming from the Flask. Maybe 15 or 16 questions are there, means fourth week just they introduced the Flask, so that they are asking very few questions on the Flask. They are asking more questions on HTML and CSS. And along with that, Jinja templates are more questions because practically they can test you more. And one or two questions you are getting the bandwidth and as well as that performance parameters and numbering system. So this is what the similarity or pattern of questions which you have been investigating. So I think it's clear. Any clarification from your side?
So have we done the question for finding out the number of bits in ASCII code for IITM? It was there in the mock, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it is there. Already done it. Just a step.
Okay, so could we be getting the recording of this session? Like
Yeah, entire session recording is there. It's a YouTube streamed also. Just go to it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, for last question, the correct answer is third.
Last question is third option, right? Yeah, correct.
Sir, I'm not understanding fifth question.
Sonu?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
I'm not getting fifth answer, sir. Fifth question.
Okay, fifth question. This is correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is curl command you are, sorry, not curl. I'm sorry. This is Python web server. See, Python have a built-in web server. See, Flask web server, see, this is my local terminal. What it contains, list of files are available, right? It cannot be accessed by the web browser. Can you access this one to the web browser? No problem, no chance, right?
Yes, sir.
But whatever files available in this particular folder, I want to give the public access through web browser. So Python is providing a predefined web server that's called HTTP server. Is it HTTP server? Yes. So this particular command is available predefined in Python. What it will do is current folder. What is my current folder? Test by pub is there. That folder is considered as a web server, right?
Yeah.
Then whatever files are available in this particular folder of this, that is served. So how it is served is using this particular this particular web URL is there in 8000 port, localhost and 8000 port, it will serve. See?
Oh, I understand, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Up to this clear?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you one and all. Have a nice day. All the best. I think for tomorrow is for exit examination.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.